I think we should mention, it took us this long to mention it because it was such a staggering display of incompetence from the officials. We should mention Liverpool. We should mention the away end. Yeah. We should mention the good bit about Saturday evening. And the good bit was Liverpool's spirit, Liverpool's fight on and off the pitch. And we've talked about that on this show before. And there is something special there brewing again. I can remember you on one of our earlier shows saying, and I could totally take your point. You were saying, we've had this group of players and it started to get broken up, and this is Liverpool 2.0 under Klopp, or whatever you want to say. We had that group of players that basically won us everything. And so, of course, you were wedded to them. Of course, you felt an emotional attachment to them. And I remember you saying, because they've moved on and so many of them have gone and this is a different team, you were like, I don't know if I can feel the same way about them. That connection's already there, I feel. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, and it's, obviously Big Dom, Szoboszlai, everyone loves him. It's like it's
best
like
number 8 we've ever had.
He's unbelievable, isn't he? And it's like, you know, we were coming back on the coach, and every single song that came on the radio, or whoever was playing the song on Bluetooth, whatever it was, but every single, we were turning it into a song about Szoboszlai, which when you consider how difficult that is to even say, a few bevies down, as we were able to sing every song into a Szoboszlai song. But, you know, he's brilliant. But it's not just about him. There's something about this group again. You know, there's something about, like, I loved it when we were in a weird way, and so did everyone else. I could feel it. You know, when we're down to 9 and we play 5-3-0, which I've never seen in my life. But it was brilliant. It was like, oh my God, these lads are super. And like, there was a moment where Trent won the ball quite high up the pitch, and he was sort of near the away end, and he come over and gave it a big clenched fist, and you were like, get in, come on. And like, it was so loud, that end. And you know, it was so cruel, wasn't it, as well, you know, how, you know, with Mata putting it to his own neck, because he'd been fantastic. They'd all been fantastic. They deserved at least a point. And you see Núñez like a man possessed, you know, afterwards coming over, pushing people out the way because he wanted to go and salute the crowd. There is something there. There's a huge spirit there. And I think we're going to absolutely batter someone soon, because there's all this pent up frustration because of all this. And 2, that spirit and that fight will take you a long way.
Yeah. And it's funny you mentioned about me saying that, because I did feel that at the time, and it is funny how quickly it changes and how quickly football can do that to you. And I was going to say before, you know, as I'm watching that game, thinking about doing this show and thinking of what a result this has been to get that 1-1. And then, honestly, when that goal went in, mate, I sat with my head in my hand for 10 minutes on the couch.
It was awful, wasn't it?
Like, and I heard even Micah Richards, I think Micah Richards said it on Match of the Day.
Felt sorry for him, yeah.
Felt sorry for him. I felt like everyone felt that. It was like, because we deserved a point. And do you know what? I don't know whether I misread this, but it felt like in the ground, do you know when the 6 minutes of stoppage time came up, it felt like it was the away end that went wild, as if we could win this. Do you know what I mean? Like, there was still that feeling like,
there was a bit of that.
We're fucking maddos, you know.
There
like,
was people going like, well, we'll get a chance. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Honestly, mate, I had it in my head. Because there
was people by me who were going on about that we were going to bring Núñez on. And I was like, we've got no subs left.
It's too late now, yeah.
We've got no subs left.
Even when I knew that couldn't happen, I was looking at it thinking, there's a big Dom Szoboszlai screaming in here. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And you could see it. He sort of had that in his... He looked a couple of times. He looked like, I want to burst forward and just go and have a dig. And I thought, honestly, that's a proper story here.
I know.
But I think the flip side of all of this is, well, it's not the flip side. It's the continuation. I honestly think that what happened on Saturday could be the fuel that pushes us towards a real league push here, because what you've just said about this side, what they've created so quickly as a bond, is unreal when you look at how many like new lads we've got in. As you said, Núñez coming on the pitch at the end, all of that. There's a few of them that said after the game, like almost like the old Man United thing that Ferguson used to do. It's us against the world. You're all against us.
We're the best underdogs in the league, I think.
We're going to come at you.
Yeah, we're the best team in adversity in the league.
I tell you who, again, and I've mentioned this a few times in the past, referenced this sort of thing. Someone who will have hated seeing all that unfold is Pep Guardiola. Because he'll be sitting there thinking, fucking hell, the last thing I need is them.
Not this again.
I don't want them poked. Stop poking this monster.
Yeah.
And that's what we've seen. Like, I genuinely think, and look, we took a few knocks injury-wise at the weekend.
Yeah, Gakpo's out for 6 weeks.
Yeah, and that can be a blow, especially if we've lost Jota and stuff like that. If we can keep, and we've referenced this before, but I'll say it again, if we can keep Matip and Gomez and Konate fit and rotate them through the season.
But make Kwanzaa's brilliant.
Well.
Did you not see him against Leicester?
Yeah, I know. But let's not get into that now. We genuinely can challenge for this title. City losing that game at the weekend, they've got to play Arsenal without Rodri. That could be another drop point.
I thought you were genuinely going to say then, I'd love it. I'd love it. He's got to go to Arsenal. But the other thing is that, like when we were travelling down there and I was trying to sort of set the mood of how we were all absolutely buzzing. We couldn't wait to go and watch this side.
Yeah.
There was no trepidation at all about stepping into a ground of a side that's flying with a manager that everyone loves and all that kind of stuff. It was like, no, we can go there and we need to burst their bubble. And we've gone there and lost there in such a cruel manner. But we were coming back on the bus buzzing because we were buzzing that we're following a great side. And I think there would have been fury in that dressing room about the way it's gone with the decisions.
Yeah.
But I think equally there would surely have been pride about how they played.